Hi guys, welcome to Nutrition Bites. Jack here. Today I'm just going to talk about building your meal plan, put it all together. And I know I've spoken about kind of fats, carbohydrates and things like that, but it still can be a little bit confusing because where do they fit in? How does it all kind of build that kind of actual meal plan? Obviously, everyone's slightly different, okay? Everyone's going to have a different schedule, we have different working patterns, we prefer to eat later. So really it's about kind of finding what works for you. However, it's really important we stick to a number of key principles. The first one is protein, okay? If you haven't watched the metabolism video, if you haven't watched the protein video, then make sure you watch that, okay? And you'll understand why it's so important to keep protein high, or well, relatively high throughout the day. So to do this, all you need to make sure is that you have protein with 4 meals, okay? So breakfast, lunch and dinner, and probably 1 snack. And this enables you to get enough, and it also helps with metabolism, and it also helps with fat loss. Okay, so protein with every meal. The second one is carbohydrates. When do you have that? Again, the problem with this is it really does vary, and it's like all things nutrition, it depends on you, it depends on the person, it depends on context, okay? But to keep things simple, I'm just going to be talking about kind of general kind of body composition, losing a bit of fat, maintaining muscle. You want to be having carbohydrates with probably 2 out of your 3 main meals, okay? And keeping 1 meal carb free. This has nothing to do with carbs being bad, it just helps the body become a little bit better at using fat as a fuel, or something called metabolic flexibility. And this can be any one. It does make sense to keep your carbohydrates when you exercise, because that's when we want to use them, okay? That's when the body uses those carbs. But then at this kind of stage, to be honest, it's not going to really make a huge difference. So basically kind of choose 2 out of the 3 when you have carbs, and 1 kind of go carb free. So if it's in the morning, maybe have something like say eggs or omelette, or say Greek yogurt with a bit of whey protein. Lunch, obviously like a salad, and again evening meal, just something like meat and veg, and cut away the carbs. So 1 carb free meal. The next one is kind of fats. And to be honest, you probably want to be just having like a small amount of fat throughout the day. And a proportion of fat is about 1 thumb, okay? Every thumb is different. Obviously it's going to align with how big you are. And just eat that kind of sparingly throughout the day. And that usually kind of adds up to that 1 gram per kilo of body weight, there or thereabouts. So that's going to be 3 main food groups. But then how do you actually kind of build your meals? To be honest, we know how to do this. We know that vegetables are good, we know that meat's good, we know that fish is good, we know that kind of certain carbohydrates are good now. And it's just a case of putting them together. Just experiment, get in the kitchen, use Yumly, okay, use Pinterest. If you haven't already, get my recipe book, okay? It's not amazing, but it's got some great recipes and it does explain everything in there. I'll put that link in the information below. So just kind of give it a go and experiment, and as long as you're kind of keeping within these principles, you'll get a lot better. The other thing is something called go-to meals. I did steal this from another kind of health coach, Spencer, I can't remember his name now, but this is exactly kind of what I do. I have a set number of meals throughout the day which I kind of just go to when I'm not really sure, because how many times you've got back from say work, or you're busy thinking, oh, what do I want, what can I cook, what do I have? And to have these kind of set go-to meals of breakfast, lunch and dinner, it makes that kind of guesswork a lot easier. Okay? It stops that happening and you don't have to worry. So for breakfast, if I'm trying to lose weight, if I feel a bit fat, all I'll do, I'll just have, say, for me, an omelette, I'll have, say, something like whey protein, and say Greek yogurt, or some good smoothie, okay? If I'm looking to put on weight, or I'm looking to just maintain, all I'll do, I'll kind of have, say, oats, whey, and say blueberries, or like Weetabix in there. And if I really want to put on weight, I'll just add some peanut butter. So I've got like 2 or 3 options there. Again, at lunch, really quite straightforward. If I'm trying to lose weight, I'll have a high protein salad. So meat, fish, loads of kind of veg and kind of salad and things like that. A few nuts, a little bit of balsamic vinegar, really easy. If I'm looking to maintain, I'll have a sandwich. Really straightforward. I'll have put some kind of meat or fish on it. Simple as that, okay? Evening meal, again, if I'm looking to lose weight, I'll go for meat and fish and veg, and if I wanted to kind of maintain or put weight on, I'll add carbohydrates, okay? It really is that straightforward. Have 2 or 3 go-to meals for each one, and just alter them. Is it boring? It's only boring if you make it boring, okay? If you're bored of having chicken and say vegetables, spice the chicken up, use beef, use lamb, use pork, mix things up. There's so many resources out there on YouTube, on the internet. Use me, okay, ask me some questions and experiment. The only way to get better is actually get in the kitchen, okay? So there you go. So when building your meal plan, just think about those few key principles, okay? You've got to get that protein in, choose your carbohydrate meals, and get kind of just fat throughout the day. And then just find yourself some go-to meals. Again, experiment, find kind of meals that you like, that you enjoy, and just kind of practice. You don't need to be Jamie Oliver. You don't need to find meals that are Instagram worthy. You just need to find foods that you enjoy and that you don't mind eating. If you've got any questions, I'd love to hear them. I've popped some links in the description below, and also there's that kind of, if you haven't already, so get the guide, the Nutrition 101 guide from urbanenergy.com, and check out the coaching options available. Until next time, stay healthy.